Hey YouTube, it's your boy Tamari, otherwise known as Basu Tamari. Just doing a video right here trying to, get at people, especially those in the Bahamas that are afraid of doing yoga. We have a spiritual thing about yoga in the Bahamas, whereas a lot of people are afraid of anything that is out of their spectrum of thinking, and there's some very sick people, sick spiritually, sick mentally, sick physically, um, and they're looking for solutions, going to the doctors and so forth, and not getting any real help. Um, I had the same problem at one point, whereas I was going through my phases. Some were physical, some were spiritual, some were mental. You know, it's not easy out here in Babylon, what they call Babylon system, which is a system of confusion. You know, but I accidentally came across the yoga through a brethren of mine, Pastor Lotario, and you know, I was a little skeptical at first, and it for me it was a learning experience, especially at first I thought it was like going to be something complicated, and something hard to deal with, and something I wouldn't be able to bear as far as spirituality is concerned because of what I've learned over the years about God and reality and so forth and culture. The first After the first class, first before let me say before I went to the class, it was kind of bearing on me, but after going to the class, the certification class, and after the very first class, the way I felt and so forth, it was really, really, really different. It wasn't like I was being possessed by ghosts or nothing like that, no boogeyman. Really and truly, it was more like I understood me. I had more control of me, who I am. And after learning the sciences of what yoga really stands for and what it's all about, the meaning of the word yoga, which means to unite, all of those things, brought me into understanding that I have to unite my mind, unite my body, unite my spirit as one working entity, working together. Because God didn't just make my spirit and then make my body and then make my mind and say, okay, you all go ahead. No, He put them in as one entity, one body, one mind, one spirit. They are to work together. So these are the things that yoga has taught me and brought me to really understand. And the only time in my life that I felt different in the sense to say experience this type of transitioning is when I first became a Rastafarian, walking away or moving away or transitioning away from the Christianity of the Europeans and what I've been taught about God and that reality. I moved into another reality which was more real, something more solid, something more tangible, something more spiritual, something that is united. It made me understand my purpose, as an African, as a Nubian, as an Ethiopian, and this is what Kemetic yoga does. Kemetic yoga brought me to, in this 21st century, it brought me to a re-awareness and a rebirth of my rebirth. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from, like that, in saying that. But it was like I was already born again, and here it is, just get another rebirth again, and it's hard to explain just with words. But I would like to say, for those who are afraid, especially you people in the Bahamas, I would like you all to understand that yoga is just simply understanding that we have to unite our minds, our bodies, and our spirits to reverse this ease within the body or within the spirit or mind. Because a lot of sicknesses what occur amongst humans are basically mentally based. It's based on a lot of mental thoughts, a lot of mental blockages, and so forth. So chakras need to be opened, spiritual key points within the character, within the personality, within who you are, so that you could have a better understanding of yourself. So don't just think of yoga as a scary thing, because Christ said that He deals with the spirit. For those who are Christians, Christ said He deals with the spirit, and that he said the spirit is what's going to lead us into all truth. So anyone who is saying they are Christian and are afraid of spirits, then they don't understand what their purpose of being a Christian is, or a follower of Christ, or follower of God. Because even in their Bible it says that, the Bible that the Europeans wrote, well, just about every Bible, but it says that God is a spirit, and those that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and truth, right? So why are we afraid of spirituality when we are actually spiritual beings that are having a human experience? So, I love yoga. My experience with yoga has been tremendous. I never thought I would be able to do the things that I can do now, especially at my age. So, um, um, be motivated, man, and try and look into different aspects and avenues for your self-awareness, for your spiritual awareness, for your mental awareness. You will see that you too can achieve this, because it is nothing new. This is something that has been practiced in the world for centuries. It has been suppressed for centuries or for a long time, but it is something that is now being reborn within the earth. Not just the aspect of Kemetic yoga or Indian yoga, but yoga in general is being reborn. People are coming to awareness and self-awareness, whether they realize it or not. They're coming to the self-awareness, whereas they want to be more, they want to achieve more, they want to see more. They feel that they have this within them, the special power, the special something, but just don't know how to connect with it. Just don't know how to really make it manifest into fruition. So I think that the science of yoga and practicing the breathing exercises and the meditation, etc., those things will help you to come to much, much more closer awareness of who you are, come much closer to who you are, and understanding, along with the diet, the food, because of course the food we eat play an important role on our stimulation of who we are, of our spiritual nature. So you are what you eat. So remember, living food for living people. One love, YouTube, Bahamas.